Hello everyone, my name is Owen Madalena. In my Horticulture 120 class, we learned how to sketch different landscape plans using AutoCAD. This presentation will tell you all about it. The drawing board of AutoCAD is called Model Space. Within Model Space, we're able to use the line, circle, arc, polyline, and rectangle tools to create structures. These structures are then edited by the grip edits, which move, stretch, or shrink these already drawn structures. The snap settings make it easier to align lines perfectly at certain angles or make sure that they're touching. Along with this, we use the hatch tool to fill in closed structures. We used it on the front walkway to add a brick pattern. The image you see on this slide is called the Master and Garden Plan, and we used it as a template to create a landscape CAD drawing. Using different templates such as this one, you're able to translate hand drawings to computer-aided design softwares such as AutoCAD. A tool we used for this template is the transparency slider, which makes it easier to differentiate between the template image and the drawing that you're actively creating. In this case, the template images were used mainly for educational purposes, and typically in the landscape industry, they are not used as drawings are done fully customized on CAD. In both the drawings we did for this project, we wanted the numbers on CAD to match up to numbers in real life. The way we did that was by taking a certain dimension. In this case, we knew that the diameter of the lawn was 10 feet and then scaled it up to that in CAD. With the other drawing, we used the door width, which was 36 inches, to scale the entire drawing. Having a scaled drawing in CAD is very important, as not doing this can slow down the design process significantly. Using layers, we can organize the drawing into different groups by color. Depending on your drawing, you can have very specific layers or very broad layers. For example, you could have a layer called plants, and all plants could be put into this layer. Or you could have multiple layers for perennials, annuals, trees, and so forth. It is important to remember to use the correct layer while you are drawing on CAD. However, if mistakes are made, it is possible to put things back into their correct layer. We also used blocks. Blocks are groups of lines added up together that can be moved and stretched as one. For our purposes, blocks were used to represent furniture such as tables, chairs, and lounge furniture. It would have been very tedious for us to go and design these ourselves, and since we have the resources, it makes sense to use blocks that we found online. One benefit using blocks such as these furniture blocks is that it shows the scale of your project. Without this, it might be difficult for a viewer to understand how big your project is. Paper Space is the tab in AutoCAD in which we are able to prepare our drawing for printing. The viewport layer, among other tools, are used to prepare the drawing so that it can be put and translated onto paper. In this specific instance, we used a 1/16 inch per foot scale. This has a practical use because it means if you have the physical paper printed out on the job site, you're able to measure off of it and translate that into real-world measurements. To sum up the project, I would say that it was a great learning experience for my classmates and I, in which we were able to learn about our first computer-aided design program, AutoCAD. This software was very easy to learn for beginners and even people who aren't used to computers like myself. Although this software isn't industry specific, it's still a great way to learn CAD. Thanks for watching.